Hi there, Aries. Thank you for joining me. It's Jen here from tarotspirit.net. I'm here to do your October 2017 monthly tarot reading. Today I'm using the Arthurian Legend Tarot. I'm going to do a modified Celtic cross spread. Oh. I had to turn the overhead lights on because it got really dark all of a sudden, but now it's sorry there are these shadows. Okay, let's jump right in. The bottom of the deck is yourself, Aries, the King of Wands. He embodies, I kind of think of like Steve Jobs when he was presenting a new product. Like he's able to excite people, motivate people, inspire people. So, I mean, um, Steve Jobs is, for a profit company. So you could think of, someone more um, along the lines of Eckhart Tolle, uh, Wayne Dyer, people like that. And so any sort of person that inspires, motivate. I mean, even Oprah and her Soul, what do they call it? Soul Sundays. I can't remember exactly what it's called. She has all sorts of inspiring people. And he's able to help people maintain their motivation long after like the honeymoon period is over. So that's the realm of the Knight of Wands, when you're just so excited for something new to happen, but it's unrealistic to maintain that level of motivation, forever. But he helps continue to remind people why they're doing something in the first place, what was motivating in the first place, to keep chugging along long after that initial inspiration, motivation, enthusiasm, passion, all those words happen. So with this being at the bottom of the deck, if you're feeling a little like you've hit a plateau with something, um, finding a way to remind yourself what inspired you in the first place, why you started it in the first place. Because sometimes we get off track. You know what I mean? We get sidetracked. We forget. We get stuck in the mundane, and we forget that, I got into teaching because of the kids. I wanted to make a difference. I got into nursing to help people, whatever it is. I got into this because I loved it. And why has the joy gone away? Is it I'm not being grateful, gratitude? Am I getting caught up in other drama and things like that? Am I in an abusive situation where I have a bad manager, or a partner that doesn't treat me well, or a business associate that's difficult? And then you have to start to think, okay, how can I find my way back to that initial inspiration or passion? So that's really like the base, the foundation here. Okay, wow. So you have the High Priestess and the Lover's card. So for some of you, it's hard to do this because you move one hand and the other hand moves. So for some of you, this can definitely be in a relationship. Like your relationship is just, where's the passion? Where's the excitement I used to feel? Some of that is managing expectations of, is it realistic to have the honeymoon period forever? Probably not, but I think it should grow and develop into deeper depths of love and commitment and respect and things like that. So if it's gone in a different way, are you honoring your commitments? Is there something beneath the surface that's missing? Is there something just, nagging at you in the back of your mind? take that out and examine it. Don't keep pushing it back down. Um, and sometimes it's just having the conversation that a lot of times people don't want to address these things. They just want to sweep it under the carpet, because having that conversation could potentially ruin the relationship, the situation you're in. Um, but if you don't have it, isn't it kind of already ruined, and it's just a matter of time before it either blows up into a nasty fight where it's definitely not going to be productive, or the resentment and the distance builds so that it's not repairable. Um, the Lovers asks you to really consider, are you honoring your commitments? Um, this could be for a small select number. Um, an affair, and affairs can be all sorts of different ways. They're not just a physical; they can be an emotional affair. Um, and so you really have to examine how the commitments you're making. Maybe some of you. So I'm going to move off from the love relationship thing. Some of you, are you really committed to something anymore that you were super enthusiastic about in the past? And why is that? And maybe it just isn't, you've grown out of it. It's faded away. Something else has come along that you're more inspired about. And that's okay. It's hard if you've made a commitment to something and it changes, but that happens, and we can't think, okay, I know someone who is, I don't want to give too many, it's a doctor, and they, it just, after 10 years, wasn't the life I mean, it was just not bringing them joy anymore, and walked away. And everyone's like, how could you walk away from being a doctor? Well, how could they not walk away if it's sucking the joy out of their life? You know what I mean? So just because you made a commitment in the past doesn't, you have to examine, then you have to be the adult, which, this guy is an adult to say, my heart is not in this anymore. And dealing with the consequences in a mature manner. What's the thing that comes up and you're instantly like, oh, no, 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 I can't do that. I can't do that. I can't. No, that won't work. Your inner demon, I call it, like the devil comes up and it's like, breaks out the list of why you have to stay stuck where you are instead of giving something new a try. Well, it might fail. Well, so yeah, it might, but is that a reason? It might not. Um, and at least you can say you gave it a try, or you try it a different way. Well, you learn something and then you build upon that. So what's the thing that sort of creeps up um, that you kind of shove away? And that can be in all sorts of different areas. So it's time to examine that this month. Time to listen to your intuition. Time to think about what you're committing yourself to, and if your passion is, and if you're really, really into it anymore. Maybe you're not, and that's okay. It's really hard to give yourself permission to say, God, I spent a lot of money, time, energy, but you know what? It's not right. And the immediate, we have another king card, the swords card. He's going to strip all the emotion away from the situation. And I think that's why you're able to really start examining these things and not sort of be in denial about it, or just, trying to ignore it and it'll go away, or things will get better, or I'm accepting that you have to stay stuck in a situation because you made this commitment but in the past. And he says, let's cut away all that. Well, someone will think, what will people think? I spent all this money. What will my parents say? What will my partner say? And it's not that you're selfish and not considering that, but it can really cloud and add a lot of extra crap, minutia, noise, and it can make things very difficult. And he's going to get right to the point. He just is like slices right down the middle and is like, do you want to keep doing this or not? Yes or no? No. Good, you have your answer. Let's move on. You know what I mean? Are you happy or not? No. Okay, why? Let's figure out why. So um, he's just gonna cut the bullshit, basically. And what's crowning you here? Yes, I mean this is basically that. Here it is. You get crystal clear in, and again, cut everything away. Here's your new thought. Here's you just all of a sudden everything else falls away and you magically get that focused one bottom line, the main thing. And once you can see that clearly, once that comes into focus, everything else, it just is like, oh, this isn't where I'm not happy. I don't have to stay in this. I don't, you know what I mean? It's like somehow something just clicks in your mind, and something you've been struggling with and stressing about for potentially years. All of a sudden, it just becomes crystal clear and you're able to move forward. You know, these kings are like, yep, I know what you're going to say. I get it, but this is what I'm doing. and and it's a relief because you've been so worried and nervous and scared and just refusing to go there or deal with it. It's like a breakthrough. You know, it just is like a breakdown versus breakthrough, and everything just becomes really clear and you're able to finally move forward. Oh, I love this. And the Seven of Wands is just what I was saying about the kings. You don't need to get defensive about this. You don't owe anyone. Don't let anyone make you feel like you have to justify this decision. Clearly state the facts and state very few facts. Like, you don't have to explain yourself why. It's like, it's not what I want anymore. I'm doing something new. I'm moving, and that's what I would do. Focus on, I'm not, even if you're not sure what that is, that wasn't working for me and it wasn't healthy for me to stay there. And I'm going to look for new opportunities. I don't know what you want to say, but keep it short and sweet, and you do not have to justify yourself to anyone. Don't let people get you on the defensive. So we have some overall cards here. Yeah, it's going to bring balance back into your life. You've been so out of balance with something, and it's like everything's coming back into balance. This thing that you've been, that's just been constantly in the back of your mind, like, or you've been forcing yourself to do it and deal with it, and it's like you're able to breathe again. You're able to feel like things are back in balance by letting something go. And then it's like, this card is like, it's like you're dreaming again. It's like, wow, instead of feeling like this is my fate and I'm stuck in this dead end job, dead end relationship, dead end place where I live. I didn't even want to live here. I moved here for a job 10 years ago and now I'm stuck in this place that I don't want to be. Like, so why are you here? Your creativity comes back. You're daydreaming and wishing and hoping and imagining new things for yourself, which needs to happen in order to be able to make the practical changes and create the life you want. If you can't imagine it's not going to come through. So you have these new ideas and thoughts and this new, starting to formulate a plan. That's what I'm trying to say, to move forward. But you have to make that decision. And I think that's what you're doing. You're making the decision. And look, I hate this guy. Oh my God, I hate him. And this is what makes me hate this card. This is one of my least favorite cards because I've been in relationships with this type of person where all they give a shit about themselves and their money and their things, and it's them, and you're just like, oh my God, shut up. Like, so maybe for some of you, you're just like getting away from a boss, a coworker, someone in, the, I don't know, some activity, some place you go to, a partner, maybe even a family member. It's just like, you know what? like like I'm moving away, or I'm done. I'm not going to. And it doesn't mean like you're never going to see a person again, but you're just like, psh, like these two are sort of facing off. It's like you're facing something, facing someone, dealing with something. Um, and I just have, you have the Fool card, the Justice card, the Strength card. Time to take a leap. If you, in the link below, I have my Facebook page. I don't really actually do all that much on it, so I'm not a very good marketing person. Don't go to my Facebook. It sucks now. But I just posted, Steve Harvey has this great speech he gives about having to jump, which is exactly what I say about the Fool card. So I love the Fool card. So head on over to my Facebook and watch it. It's worth watching, and it is what the Fool card is all about. And Peter Dinklage has and I took it down because I got some weird comments. Like people thought, because I don't know if because he's a little person, and the Fool card, if they made some sort of connection with, I don't know, but I was like, oh, I hope. I didn't want people to misunderstand, but he had the speech he gave at Bennington College where he went to college. And I mean, it was just like, he just said, I had to stop what I was doing. I had this desk job, and acting was what I wanted to do. And I just had to, make that decision to go after my dreams, to leap, to do it. Again, that's the essence of this card, this Fool card, is just to be like, I can't keep doing what I'm doing. I can't keep plugging along. It's like killing my soul. It's like I'm dead inside by just the grind or the whatever. And it's taking a chance in yourself, going for it, just moving forward. It doesn't even have to be anything dramatic, just moving forward, because where you are is not where you want to be. All right. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful October. Take care.